National Raceway this week. This is round 3. If you've been watching the past 2 races, you've seen Michael Skinner basically dominate this whole series, winning the first 2 races here. And this is a whole different track from the tracks we've been to this week or this year. How do you
Yes,
think?
sir.
How do you think he'll adjust, or these drivers will adjust? Basically, coming to a short track this week.
Well, like you said, every track's been different week to week. Week one we got a super speedway. That's anybody's chance really to win a race. Well, we come to Atlanta. I wouldn't necessarily say Mike Skinner was the one. Michael Skinner, I was the one I was going to pick for Atlanta, but he was in the right spot at the right time. Pushed through that late race wreck and won it. And we're on to yet another different track. And of course, being successful on the side of oval, we have to be good at all different kinds of tracks. But sometimes that's not always the case. So we could see a different winner. We could see Michael Skinner pull off 3 for 3 with some extra momentum heading into tonight. So we'll just have to wait and see. What kind of racing we're going to get to have a more accurate opinion. I expect to see Chester Gibson. That's one guy who was quick all race last week, and Nate LeComey up there as well. Like I said, we'll just have to wait and see as this race pans out, as we don't really have an accurate gauge of how good they'll be at Phoenix, considering the only history we have to base off right now is Atlanta and Daytona.
And there's one interesting thing about this racetrack, and that's that dogleg backstretch where it would appear that there's really no limit on how far we can go here tonight. We know in some leagues they kind of cut it off, but I'm guessing for this series they're just going to let them loose.
Yes, sir. That's fine. That's the way it should be. All right? It's paved. Let them have at it.
Yeah, they actually...
I think going too low is just it really doesn't benefit you anyways. I think there's a certain line to where it's fast, and if you go too low, it's not worth it.
So on the pole as of right now would be the 01 of Nate Lackamy. He's really the pole king in iRacing, it would appear. So no surprise there. Last week's runner-up, or bridesmaid, I guess I should say, Trevor Apollo, currently second on the board. Justin Krasneski, finally making his first High Velocity Racing League appearance, starting third here tonight. As of right now, we still got 2 minutes on the board, so anything can change. Briar LaPrade is currently fourth on track. And fifth right now is Cole Bagunia in that number 7 Chevrolet.
The hell of a last name, Justin.
It really is. We've got a lot of interesting last names here today. Another guy making his first high velocity racing start here this season would be the 51 of AJ Brissett. Or Brissetti, I'm pretty sure it's Brissett.
Where'd you find that last TV?
Justin Batholo? I think that's how you pronounce it. He's going to be making his first as well in that number 19 Chevrolet. And currently, Michael Skinner, the one who's won the past 2 races here, is sitting in the 11th position right now, with about a minute left to spare. Something to note. This new iRacing update race. I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but it seems like there's a bit of pixelation near the tape and the spoiler area. I'm not sure if you're seeing that, but
Yes, sir. I'm also seeing that. I think it might just be a night racing. Have we broadcasted pre-patch?
No, this would be the first night race we've seen. And
Yeah,
well,
I
seeing
think
on
it
Michael
might be
Skinner,
some good
that's
night race.
basically confirmed our suspicion about the open backstretch or open dogleg. So these guys are going to have all
I'm
sorts of
also seeing
room
that.
to race around. So we're closing down to about 30 seconds left here tonight, for qualifying at least.
Looks to be very loose out of turn 4, which is about the usual for Phoenix, especially at night. So that's definitely going to be something to watch for.
So it looks like no one's really going to have a challenge here for Nate Lackamy. So it looks like he's going to grab another pole here, as we got about 7 seconds left.
You know, Justin Krasneski's someone I've raced with before. He's pretty fast. I don't know how much he's been racing recently, considering the only racing I would see of him is in this league. So, I mean, if he has been racing, keeping the rust off, I expect him to see it front before long.
Yes, sir.
Qualifying isn't everything. I mean, it shows what you can do in one lap. Let's see how these guys can race on one full run.
Good thing to note as well, the 98 car is not in the field tonight. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
So hopefully we got all the mistakes out of the way. Again, this is round 3. Round 3 of the High Velocity Racing League here tonight, and hoping to take you here flag to flag with no issues. So they're gonna.
Proud of you, Justin.
Thank you, Race. So again, iRacing has kind of jumbled up the whole standings here. So as we said, Nate Lackamy going to be on the pole here tonight, and then Trevor Apollo going to be starting beside him. Pretty good field here tonight. Same amount of cars that we've seen basically all season. I'm not sure if they've closed off registration, but another 17-car field here tonight. Small fields are not not bad per se, but it's kind of nice to.
No, sir. I've had good races with just 3 people in a room. As long as you got good people racing around you, I mean, anything can be good. Unless it's a Kia. All right, we can all agree on that.
Be interesting to see a Kia on.
I think it's about time to start at Legends Oval Kia League. Am I right?
That'd be pretty interesting to see. So we're just kind of waiting for everyone to grid up, and then we'll be taking the green here tonight. So we saw last week Nate Lackamy, and well, most of the field really. Tire wear was sort of an issue. That was most likely just a Atlanta issue, but hopefully, should it happen again, these guys will be more on top of it this week. I think the guy that we saw handle it the best is probably the guy in that 9 car, Trevor Apollo. But this is a fairly new repaved track here at Phoenix, so shouldn't have too many issues.
I think the version they scanned is, 1 to 2 years old? Of course, that's a version we were not necessarily stuck with, not in a bad way. So, I mean, it's a very grippy track. The reason why Turn 4 always seems to be loose, and a lot of ovals, people complain that a turn is loose because the banking kind of falls off while your wheel is still cranked. So you've got all this wheel to the left, but not that banking to hold on to, and you just snap loose. So that'll be something to watch for. I know I personally, Justin, I like to stay high leading forward, kind of like almost like an arch, enter low, let it peak out, and then kind of exit low, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of maintain that. So we'll just see how that pans out. I know I saw in qualifying a lot of people getting loose out at 4. We shall see.
And it'll be interesting to see as well, as I believe they're going to be doing 2 pace laps here. Well, no, looks like it's only going to be 1. But be interesting to see how people adjust from going all the way maybe down to the bottom to the inside wall of that dog leg and then shooting back up. So be interesting to see if we see any incidents there. But the pace car is going to pull in. And we are green. 150 laps here tonight.
Justin,
already 3 wide.
We shall see tonight. We are 3 wide. The 4 car, I think, thinks better of that. Backs off. It's now between the 01 and the 9. Nate Lacomi will spring to the lead.
I think we had a spin back in the field. That'd be the 23 of Casey Shue. Let's see what happened to him.
We're nice and tidy through turn 4.
Looks like he was just riding that apron and got a little bit too much of it. So he will have to play the catch-up game now as we return back to the lead.
More of a mustard guy myself, Justin.
I'm a huge fan of mustard myself.
A little hot sauce? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
So
Speaking of hot sauce, Justin, let's talk about the hot driver, Nate Lacomi, up front pulling away.
Yes, sir. Back to his normal position here in the early runnings. Hoping he can put together a full race here this week. We know last week we noted that once he does that, he should be in victory circle just about every week.
You think Mike Joy is going to turn the word hot sauce to a transition, Justin? Don't think so. You only see it right here. You're only going to see that right here in Full Throttle TV. Hot sauce transitions all night.
Yes, sir. Justin Krasnetsky has taken away the second spot from Trevor Apollo. He'll scoot into second. As no, he will
really
hunt down
interested
the
to see if Justin can get up there. I think he will.
he is a fast driver, so might not be too long here. We know that Justin Krasniewski and Nate Lacamy are very good friends outside of the racetrack, so. Michael Skinner is
tonight. I say we shall see.
get another tie going. Michael Skinner has moved into the 9th position here, moving up about 1 spot there from his qualifying position.
Yes, sir. Our back-to-back winner, one to keep an eye on.
No, he didn't necessarily have the best car last week. He was just in the right spot at the right time.
Nate's around. Nate Lacombe is around. Caution's out. No damage yet. Looks like everybody's going to get around him.
Oh.
No, someone got to the back of Nate Lacombe, it seems.
Some pretty heavy rear end damage. Let's take a look.
They're off turn 4, a danger spot.
As you noted in practice, right, or in qualifying, people just getting real loose off turn 4 and wondering who hits in there. Oh, that would be Michael Skinner, the guy we had just noted. Really nowhere to go there.
Back-to-back winner. Our back-to-back winner and always possible winner, Nate Lacombe, getting an accident right here. Like I said, that turn 4 was something to watch for, and it looks like the first victim is our leader, Nate Lacombe. A lot of rear end damage. I'm not so sure. It's really just the internals you want to be worried about. The cosmetic isn't be-all, end-all. I mean, it's really. I mean, it's never bad to have it. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, Michael Skinner doesn't look like he has too much damage there on the front end, just a little bit on the right side. So could have been much worse for the driver of the 15. So everyone's gonna pull down pit road now, except for 2 drivers. It'd be the 4 of Justin Krasniewski and the 9 Trevor Polo. So 2nd and 3rd stay out. See who wins the battle here off pit road. Nate Lacamy just getting to his stall right now. And it looks like, I believe that was Briar LaPrade who got off first. Yes, sir. One thing to note as well here tonight, that 24 are running a pretty cool scheme. It'd be the Battlefield 1 GameStop car. Just my opinion, by the way, but I think Battlefield's getting a pretty good rep over...
Hey, I can't disagree with you, Justin. I'm super excited about Battlefield 1. Really tired of all those futuristic stuff.
Yes.
About time we go back to our roots, am I right?
About time we got boots on the ground again. And not boots on the moon.
What do you think the med kit will be? Like a saw? And that's it?
I'm not quite sure. Maybe one of those, like... what do you call it? Those, like, spacemen... I thought you were...
What about Gangrene, Justin? Will Gangrene play into a battle?
My fault. Oh, no!
What has happened here?
Oh, no! Justin Krasniewski has gone around
Of events.
on the pace lap. I think he was warming his tires or something and went around. That's really... It looks like the front brakes like locked up or something.
Yeah, that was just weird.
That's very
I don't know if there's like a pedal failure. Maybe they became unplugged.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen before.
Let's ride in board or on board. Let's listen.
Inboard.
Yeah, you could hear the gas let off, and I'm guessing most likely a mechanical failure here on that four car, and some pretty good rear end damage.
Wow.
Well, what a interesting turn of events. I know a couple drivers that got damaged in that would be the 24 of Thomas Bresci, the man we were just talking about. Looks like the 18 car, Briar LaPrade, may have gotten some damage. Yeah, some pretty good front end damage there.
This is like 3 potential winners already with some trouble. The 66 right there with that Chester Gibson also has left side damage. I mean, goodness.
Interesting. It looks like Justin's going to get his position back, I'm assuming. And, well, we're going to get going green here now. So
That's a lucky break if he
Yeah.
doesn't have a lot of damage.
We'll see if that affects him at all as we're going green. He gets a pretty good restart, Justin Krasniewski did. Looks like Trevor Polo is going to be all over him. There you go, everyone down to the bottom of that dog leg. And it looks like they're already going to be hitting some lap traffic here with all the people that are coming off pit road. 3 wide in turn 3. Thought about making it 3 wide, was 3 wide for a second. Man, what a crazy turn of events, and we're not even 20 laps in. Everyone trying to sort it out there in the back of the pack. That would be 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Almost 3 wide there. Cole Bagunia wanting to make a move, but just no momentum off the corner. Looks like he'll be slotted into 5th, maybe 6th.
Yeah, it's hard to say how much the damage is affecting
Oh,
Kuznetsky.
Oh, sorry about the race. That just got ever so close with that 7 and 9 there.
No problem at all, Justin. It looks like the damage, I really don't know how much it's affecting him. Of course, it's not affecting him too much in a negative way as he is leading this race. Who knows by how much he could be leading this race without the damage. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, I mean, a lucky break to get the position back and be in the lead after this mechanical failure there. It looks like his pedals became unplugged or something.
And like you said, the damage isn't really stopping him too much now as he's still in the lead.
Got a little battle here for second place with Chester Gibson at 51.
AJ Brissett, a new driver for JK Racing, along with the 4 car. So the 66 will get the better side of that battle. But now the 51 is going to have his mirror full of the 7.
Trevor Polo's all the way back to now 5th place. He's restarted 2nd. I expected him to have a little bit of a battle with Kuznetsky with his damage and how well the Polo raced last week, but I suppose he's not really feeling the track just yet. I'll have to wait and see on him.
So with Nate
Justin, we shall see.
Nate Lackme crashing there in the early lap. He's already up to 8th position, looking to get another position here on the 81 of Cruz Hernandez. He is on quite a move right now, as he's going to take it away, it looks like.
Yes, sir. I don't think Lukome, like seeing Kuznetsky's success at the moment, I don't think Lukome has too much to worry about, because I'd say Lukome has a lot less damage than our leader right now, Kuznetsky. So be watching for Nate Lukome later on this race.
Let's go on board of that 01 car here as he's hunting down the 2 of Carlos Acosta. Looks like the 51 may have had a little issue there.
Yeah, I heard him thanking everybody for giving him room. He might have gotten loose out of 4.
You can see there's a pretty good gaggle coming out of 2, and Nate had to dive to the bottom there to avoid all that.
Yes, sir. Our leader is coming up on lap traffic as the 7 is going to take 2nd position. That's Cole Bagunia.
First car in front of the 4 would be the 10 of Michael Malone, and the 23 in front of him of Casey Shue. Looks like he's going to get around the 10 car here.
I think one of the requirements to enter this league is have a sweet last name.
Yes, sir.
There's not a dull one in the field.
So Justin Kuznetsky battling around lap traffic pretty well as Nate Lackme, our class leader, has gotten around Carlos Acosta. He's currently slotted in the 6th position and looking to get a top 5 out of AJ Brissett. So it looks like, as you said, damage doesn't look like it'll be too big of an issue tonight if Justin Kuznetsky and Nate Lackme are any sort of example here.
Yes, sir. I say as long as you keep those internals okay, the cosmetic damage is not going to hurt you too much. Aero's not a very big dependent here in Phoenix. I mean, this is borderline a short track.
Well, look at this gaggle back here. Or at least it was coming off the corner. Looks like everyone's gotten settled down now. Everyone trying to get around that.
I don't know where.
Trying to find out where that caution is, or who brought that out. I'm not quite sure.
Well, Justin, I was trying to find the caution, and I kept wondering why it was put in replay. Turns out I was cycling through the laps, not the drivers. Not too smart over here. That Carlos is apologizing. Maybe something to look out for him and for the caution. That he didn't get enough brake going in there.
Well, pretty good run, I'd have to say, for Justin Krasniewski in that 4-car with the amount of damage he had. Hasn't given up the lead since, but I would imagine he'd probably want to come down pit road and maybe just fix a bit of it. That's what he'll do, and looks like everyone will come down except for the lap cars of Casey Shue and Michael Malone.
See what Nate Lacombe can do here, as he does have the first pit
Justin
stop.
Krasniewski has stopped at the entrance to pit road. Something,
Maybe another pedal problem?
yeah.
He's got it going now.
Well, looks like he'll have to fight back now. I don't think he'll get that lead back because of that.
Looking pretty good for Nate Lacombe now.
Yeah. Some interesting developments here for that 4-car. Has a fast car, but it doesn't look like maybe the pedals will hold up for him tonight. Looks like Cole Bagunia will win the battle off pit road.
Not sure what Krasniewski just said over the radio. I almost heard like an apology, as if he was giving a position for what happened earlier. I'm not too sure. Nate also stopped at the the exit of pit road.
He
Dude, I have no idea what Nate's doing.
huh.
But wait and see on that one.
I was gonna say maybe he was counting cars again, but I don't think he'd give up all those positions. So
Sir, I don't think you want to count your way back to last place.
yeah, looks like these guys will have to fight their way back up again, as Nate's gonna come down pit road. It would appear.
They're working on damage, probably pretty smart, especially
Yeah.
early this early in the race.
Yeah, you're not even halfway yet. I'd get all that you can. Well, it's looking pretty good here for the 7-car of Cole Bagunia. Say that, and then he starts blinking. So he will take over the race lead. Cole Bagunia will, and then you'll have Chester Gibson sitting second, Trevor Apollo in third, AJ Brissett in fourth, and then Carlos Acosta in fifth. Quick look at the weather tonight here. Cloud's looking partly cloudy with a air temp of 78 and the track temp being the same at 78 and 55% humidity. Quick look at the race recap. 2 cautions here tonight so far. For 5 caution laps, there'll probably be 6 coming around here, and so far we've had 4 lead changes and a lot of interesting and crazy racing so far, I'd have to say. Some interesting developments as well.
It's been a very interesting race so far. Yeah, this one pans out as our now new race leader. It's the number 7, Cole Bagunia.
So Justin Krasniewski will slot in 10th. Nate Lacamy will slot in 11th. So they'll have their work cut out for them here tonight. But we're not even halfway, like we said, so they still got a lot of time to work their way up. So pace car is going to pull in now. And we are green. Coming to lap 26 of 150 here now. Yep, yeah, we had a bit of a wreck back there. So the 51 car
Gotta bring
involved.
out a caution right here.
I thought he was stuck in the wall there, but let's take a look what happened there. Oh, looks like the 51 got a bit of a bump there from the 99, and Justin Krasniewski involved in another one.
Man, it was a hard night for the number 4 of Justin Krasniewski. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It looks like the 99. I wouldn't say necessarily dumped him, but definitely didn't stop and just turned the
Let's
51 right around.
let's take a look on the onboard there of the 4 car going into this incident. Should be a pretty interesting sight. Thought it was all good, and he hits his own teammate there.
Corey Blevins is on the radio, the 99, claiming there's a big brake check. It looks like,
Not quite sure about that one, but
yeah, I mean, if you're behind the car, you know, you're responsible.
oh, and looks like Justin Krasniewski's getting all up in the grill of the 99 car there. Let him know he wasn't too happy about that. Yeah, I don't think there was that big of a brake check there. I think the 51 was just kind of braking for the corner, but we'll take another look at it.
Yes, sir. I think it was just a restart, if you ask me.
Sir, go a little bit farther back here. It's
Now you gotta ask, you know, does Krasniewski not have engine damage? You know, his front
Yeah.
and rear damage. It's a hard night for Krasniewski. We'll have to wait and see how he bounces back. On the right side, or more on the polar opposite side of things, Nate LaCombe, who started off with a bad night, seems to be slowly bouncing back as he's getting that damage repaired. We saw he still has the speed with the damage, so he's only going to get quicker. Look, he's going to come back on down pit road and repair that damage a little bit more.
yeah. So looking back on that restart, it just didn't look like the 99 had any idea maybe the 51 was going to break that early or something like that, because there was no huge brake check there, I don't think. However, I'm not in the car, so.
You were last week.
Yes, sir, I was. I was in the car and in the booth at the same time. It was quite an experience. So as you said, yeah, that was one thing that was kind of concerning me. Does Justin Krasniewski now maybe have, you know, either radiator damage or engine damage, or because it hit pretty square on the front end there. So we're going back up front here
Another thing
now.
to note, the Camping World Truck Series will take the green flag at Gateway for anybody watching the stream and missing the race.
If you
Not a
choose-
big fan of Gateway, Justin.
I haven't quite raced Gateway yet, so
Terrible
Not-
at it. I like watching it. Terrible.
I was gonna say
Terrible.
it's not really a bucket list item, but so if you'd care to stick around and watch this race, we'd greatly appreciate it. You know, have a much lower budget than FS1, but appreciate it.
The budget may be lower, but they don't have a race at Justin, alright?
Yes, sir.
Stick around here.
I don't think they're gonna
We
have
make
this
hot
much.
sauce transitions.
One
alright?
thing we don't have as well, we don't have a caution clock. So just saying.
Mmm. Mmm.
At least not
hot
yet.
sauce transitions.
At least not yet. Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
at
have.
least not yet.
I'm not sure when Michael Waltrip will start doing hot sauce transitions, but you know, if he does,
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe we could simulate Darrell Waltrip and Jeff Gordon and just kind of passively aggressively argue with each other the whole race. Make it awkward for everybody.
Yes, sir. So it looks like we're going to be taking one to go here. Yes, sir. Lights on the pace car are going to go out, and looking to see where Justin Krasniewski is going to be. Coming down pit road yet again. So very, very tough night here for the number 4 Toyota. So your top 5 right now will be Cole Bagunia starting first, then Chester Gibson, Trevor Apollo, Carlos Acosta, and then Gunther Dadson. And Michael Skinner, last week's winner, our two-time, our back-to-back winner, currently in 6th right now. So maybe he'll show what he has.
Sure.
I know he does pretty well here in 3 wide when we ran the B car. So back in a B car, just a different series. So pace car is gonna pull down here, and we'll be going green.
They're off.
Into turn one, let's watch out yet again. No brake check this time. Begunia's looking to check out here. Gibson will get by Rapolo. Like 3 wide back there. Carlos Acosta into the wall just a little bit. Don't think it hurt him too much. Well, he's going to lose all those positions. Never mind.
I think long run he'll be able to catch that hit. Yeah, lost a lot of momentum there.
Wasn't too big of a hit, so should be fine. Nate Lackamy back there in 10th. You can see him right behind Carlos Acosta. Trying to work his way back up.
You know, Justin, at least we don't have a Hermie Sadler. All right.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how to... we don't have many people that bad as Hermie Sadler, so... Battle for second here going on. Trevor Rapolo will get it from Chester Gibson. Michael Skinner slotting into the 5th position now. So it looks like that battle will settle out here. Or settle down, I should say. Gunther Dadson going to look on the inside of the 66 there of Chester Gibson. And Michael Skinner all the way below that yellow line. Not sure if we'll see too many people do that here tonight, but interesting to see it right now. Looks like we had a car slow back there. Thought he was running a bit slow there. Briar LaPrade. Looks like he is okay. Take a look at Justin Krasneski there. Just entering 3 now and about 14 seconds behind, so has some work to do, or he hopes to get a caution. As you can see on the front end there, it's pretty well tore up.
Yes, sir. Our leader right here, Cole Begunia. The one we saw try to make that late race charge last week. Now sits first position. Trevor Rapolo, second place. He found himself in the second place position a lot of last week until the run got late. He seemed to hold his tires on that thing a little bit better. Will we see the same thing tonight? Who knows? Hey, Justin, we shall see, right?
Yes, we shall. Trevor... Oh! Chester Gibson into the wall just a little bit there. Didn't look like he had hard hits momentum too bad. Gonna lose a position here to Michael Skinner. Not sure if... It looks like Gunther Dadson will stick his nose in there. Not sure if he'll get it coming off the corner. Looks like it'll be mighty close, however. And look there. Nate Lackamy getting back into the picture here. It's 3 wide. Almost 3 wide there. I'm not sure if I've emphasized this, but we're not even halfway yet. I think Nate Lackamy is going the furthest here tonight on the dog leg.
Yes, sir. We are at lap 40. We have 110 laps to go. Excuse me, 111. My apologies.
Ooh.
Plenty of time left.
And,
but I could understand maybe a little bit of depression, considering this thing could go green for a while. Don't want to get a lap down, so we'll have to wait and see.
Oh.
The Cole Begunia is at a pretty good pace right now.
Nate Lackamy was all over the back bumper there. Briar LaPrade, that was 5th and 6th. Looks like he's going to get... No, Nate's going to slide up the track just a little bit. Gunther Dadson has to hit the brakes. And, that could have got really bad. So Cole Begunia is still stretching it out to about a second or 1.2 second lead. Michael Skinner is sitting at 3rd right now, about 2 seconds behind. Chester Gibson behind them, about 2.5 seconds. Chester's actually gonna, looks like he's gonna get the position here from Michael. No! Michael has the more momentum on the high side. Will look like it. Side by side entering this corner.
I think Michael might get him here. Oh no!
Ooh.
Ooh, careful there.
Yeah.
I think Chester realized he's probably gonna wash. Oh, we have a spin. It's Nate Lacombe. Oh no! Big pile of the 99,
Oh.
81, 18. Several cars here in this one, and then the 8 just hits Nate Lacombe.
I think the 8 might be
not paying attention.
I think the 8 might be a little
Oh, the
upset.
8 is not happy. It looks like.
Well, let's take a look back and see why. Let's take a look back just a little bit further behind.
Nate Lacombe just got loose on his own. 8 ran into him. 99 ran into him.
Yeah, as you said again,
81
just
got
loose
caught
off
in
a
this one.
4, and I'm not quite sure why Gunther would be hitting him like that, but
Yes, sir. That's. I'm not gonna say that's the end of Nate's night, but I mean,
that's certainly
twice
gonna...
in 43 laps. A lot of damage this time, I'd say. Oh, and if you go back and look at that replay, it looks like the 8 actually brake checked Nate Lacombe.
Yeah, it looked like that just a little bit. Pulled up
Then
in
got
front
into
of
the
him.
back of him. Really don't see why the 8 is too upset. I mean, I get that's Nate's second time wrecking off a 4, but I mean, it's not like Nate is wrecking intentionally here. Oh well, short tracks do always cause a little bit, just a little bit of tension.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, while we have a moment, we're gonna take this chance to take a quick break here. You're not gonna miss a thing as we go side by side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the High Velocity Racing League here at Phoenix, round 3 of the season. So we're getting the 1 to go here until we get back going to green, and you can see Trevor Polo is taking the lead off pit stops. Michael Skinner, the 2-time winner, is going is in second right now. Cole Pagunia is going to get slotted back to third, then Chester Gibson and Briar LaPrade. It's going to be your top 5 there. Oh, one of Nate
It's been a
Lackman.
difficult.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Justin. It's been a difficult night for really drivers we expected to be up there battling for the win. Except for, of course, now Michael Skinner, who's in second position, our back-to-back winner, one to watch for every week. It looks like.
So the 0-1 of Nate Lackman is going to restart ninth, and looks like Justin Krasnetsky is still on pit road. He'll get rolling now as the green flag flies. Good clean restart there. Trevor Apollo is going to get the good jump off. Inside line seems to work pretty well here. So Michael Skinner looks like he's charging a run here. The crossover. Not sure how well that bottom lane's going to work out for him.
I think Rapolo's just going to be able to pinch him down there, but I think right here Mike Skinner can really take advantage of being on the low side of 1 and 2. But I think he might. Oh, no, he does not clear him, so I think Mike Skinner might have the advantage here.
Power off the
Apollo's
bottom.
a bit too
Give
high.
Michael Skinner the lead.
Yes, sir, our back-to-back winner will take the lead of this race.
Looking for a three-peat here tonight. That would be quite a feat.
Plenty of racing to go, though, so don't count
Yes, sir.
anybody out of this one just yet. But Mike Skinner, with back-to-back wins to be in the lead, that's definitely something to watch out for if I was another driver in the field.
Oh, 18 chopped the nose off the 66 there. All good back there, however, and looks like Trevor Polo is going to want to take the lead away from that 15 car.
Rapolo made a lot of ground on that apron, but I think Mike Skinner will have the advantage here. They almost touch. I think Mike pinched him a little bit too much and kind of screwed up his line, as Rapolo will take that back.
It's a little
Bumps him.
bump,
Mike
yeah, a
Skinner
little bump
bumps
there.
him. And now the 7 will look to take the second place position from 15, Mike Skinner. I think with that bottom line, he just might. Michael Skinner will definitely use up as much racetrack as he can. Will hold on, but I think Begunia will take the apron here. That has not quite cleared him where it seems outside as the advantage in 3 and 4. Looks like Mike Skinner's having a hard time in the entry here as Begunia will take second place. And Mike Skinner will cross
Oh.
over, and he's now on the inside.
Almost lost it there coming off the corner as
Yes,
well.
sir. Careful here. So 18 might take advantage of this right here. Will he? Yes, he will. He gets on the inside of Mike Skinner. Mike Skinner is dropping back and dropping back quick. That's 3 positions and 2 laps now.
Well, he did lead a lap as of right now, so.
Yes, sir. That's the point right there. Especially with 2 wins and another point tonight. Of course, with a lot of racing to go, still, 18 has the advantage on Mike Skinner, with Mike Skinner with the run heading into 1. 18 might have him here. Oh, yeah, by a big time.
And it looks like he may
18.
have his hands full here with the 66 come a little bit.
Yes, sir. Mike Skinner from first to now sitting in 4th position. I think Chester Gibson might take a whack at that as well.
It's Trevor Apollo with about a 2/10 of a second lead. He's closing in on him now. Steven looking to challenge for the lead there. No contest there. Looks like the 9 just gives it to him. So put Cole Begunia back to the top spot. So far has led the most
Oh,
laps.
the 15 of Michael Skinner will wreck. He wrecks into the inside wall right before the start-finish line. That's head-on collision. The engine's not blown, but that might be
He's going.
all she wrote for a three-peat tonight.
Interesting.
Dangerously across the front of the track, but it looks
Yeah.
like no one's coming. It should be okay.
Let's see what happened there. Front end looked pretty well done in.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's got to be
Jesus.
engine damage.
Oh yeah, definitely. He slapped the wall coming off a 4, and then it's pretty bad there on the inside.
Yes, sir. I think the dream of a three-peat might have just extinguished right there.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Nate Lacombe has just disconnected as well. So Nate Lacombe will not be making his trip to Victory Lane tonight, and maybe not Michael Skinner either, and probably not Justin Krasnetsky. We could have a new surprise winner tonight.
Be good to see. Yeah, we have seen that damage shouldn't affect him too much, but with Michael, I think, as you said, it was a pretty good chance that there's engine damage with the way he hit that inside wall there. So he's going to pull it to pit road, and I think just about everyone's coming to pit road, yep. Everyone except for, it looks like the 51 is going to stay out there. Don't think he was a lap down, so. Oh, nope, excuse me. He's going to be about 19 laps down now.
Yes, sir. You are correct. He's not a lap down. He is actually now 20 laps
Yeah,
down.
he's multiple laps down.
Mm.
Gunther Daston will be the next one still connected, looks like. That's
Michael
about
Skinner
11
misses
laps
pit
down.
box.
Yeah, you can see that off
I
there.
think it's
in
going
the
to
corner.
matter at this point.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's going to be sticking there for a while, so.
Yes, sir. It looks like Bagunia, the first one off pit road. That's number 7, Cole.
Actually, no.
Bagunia.
I think that's actually
Oh,
Carlos
let's let him
Acosta.
stay down.
Maybe.
My
Carlos
apologies. The Carlos Acosta take 2 tires. He was way out there. He might have taken 2 tires, or
I'd
I
have to
don't know
say
what
so with
happened
the
there.
gap back to Cole Bagunia. It's an interesting strategy to try. I mean,
we shall see. Hopefully, he's not too loose. Looks like Cole Bagunia is now second place position, with Trevor Rapolo in third.
and then you got Cruz Hernandez sitting fourth. Might have taken 2 tires with how far he was back there. And then you got Chester Gibson in fifth. It's a really cool race to watch because you got a bunch of comers and goers here, and looks like the top 3 candidates for the win. Wouldn't say their chances are over, but their chances are certainly hurt pretty bad.
Yes, sir. I think Trevor Rapolo is still one to watch out for. Cole Bagunia, of course, as well, as he's led plenty of laps tonight. We'll wait and see on that one. I thought maybe Chester Gibson could be up there. I know he has a little bit of damage. Not looking as quick as he was last week, but of course we still have a lot of race to go. Just under about 100 laps to go here at Phoenix International Raceway.
Sir, so Carlos Costa, the man of the series, presented by RK Productions. That would be the man right there. So hoping to show his colors here tonight with that beautiful Rooster Teeth car here tonight. Here's a closer look of it. He's got an interesting thing. There you go. He's got a Peruvian flag there on the top banner. Normally the Xfinity series or any series would be there. So just curious to see what that
Carlos
was.
just
Now,
said
yeah.
it's currently 92 degrees in his room. It's almost out of water. It's like he's taking the simulation a bit too seriously.
Sure. Almost had a scare like you had, Race. I woke up this morning without any power, so this broadcast couldn't have not been going on tonight, but thanks to SDG&E, you the real MVP.
And your great timing.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So Pacecar is going to be pulling in this time around. Carlos Costa with the looks like 2 tires. Going to be starting on front row along with Cole Bagunia, Trevor Apollo, Cruz Hernandez, and Chester Gibson. We are top 5 as the green flag is now out. Coming to lap 60 of 150. Not a huge jump there for the 2 car. It looks like the 7 car might get a good run there coming out of 2. Carlos is actually going to hold on to the lead here for now. Oh, nope, there he goes.
I think Bagunia's got too much momentum and will lose that lead very quickly. Got his laps led, though. Currently remains second with a bit of a bubble with Apollo in the 18. Battling out for position right now. But overall, so far, not a bad move for Carlos. We'll wait and see on that one. We shall see. That's what we shall see.
So I really got to get a counter for next week. Looks like Carlos
We
lost
shall
all
see.
his momentum off the corner. Briar LaPrad's going to take advantage of that. So it doesn't look
Sure.
like the 2 tires are really going to help him out here.
I said something to note for later on in the race. Maybe stay away from 2 tires. Looks like it's a bit too tight.
Yes, sir.
As Carlos was coming off and lost a lot of momentum to see, probably to stay off the wall. The 9 of Rapolo will begin to challenge Carlos for that 3rd place position as our now leader, Cole Bagunia. So much fun to say. Love it when he's leading.
He's led the most laps here tonight. That'd be 28 of the 62 laps, or really 61 we've had completed here tonight.
Who was that led the most? Cole Bagunia?
Yes, sir. And then Justin Krasnetsky currently second with 16 laps led. Then you got Trevor Polo with 9. Nate Lackamy with 4. Carlos Costa with 3. And then Michael Skinner with 1. Let's go on board here with the 18 car, because why not?
Why not? Carlos is giving a little bit of a fight to the 66 back here.
It may have not been too good of a strategy with 2 tires for Carlos, but at least he got a couple laps led, and should we get another caution here early, it might help him out just a little bit. Be able to get the other 2 sides of the tires there. Cole Bagugna looks like he's kind of checking up there just a little bit. 0.8 of a second back to Briar LaPrade in second. And Trevor Apollo about 2 seconds behind him. Chester Gibson finally takes the position away from Carlos Acosta. He slots back to 5th. Casey Shue, who was a lap down earlier in the race, already back up to 6th position. Speaking of lap down cars, or almost I should say, Justin Krasnetsky is up to 8th, currently battling with the 24 of Thomas Bressi for 7th. A lot of damage there, but might just be a top 10 night for him. But we only have 10 cars left on the lead lap. As Michael Skinner has not left his position on pit road since coming down, so tough night for him. He is definitely not going to make it 3 in a row. Currently, we have 4 cars. Looks like out of the race would be the 21 of Kyle Casey, 19 of Justin Bothello. That's how you pronounce that. The 99 of Corey Blevins, and the 01 of Nate Lackman.
Yes, sir. It looks like we can also count out a 3-peat by Michael Skinner, as he is now officially 10 laps down.
Gonna be
So, for the first time in this season, we'll have a new winner. It shall not be Michael Skinner. Who shall it be? Will it be Cole Bagugna? Will it be Trevor Rapolo? Maybe Carlos Acosta could pull off a stunt late in the race. We'll just have to wait and see, Justin. We shall see.
Yes, sir. We're closing in on halfway, about 5 laps away from it. Cole Bagugna looks to have the dominant car here tonight, but I wouldn't count out Trevor Apollo too early here. Showed a lot of patience at Atlanta,
no, sir.
and I'm sure he still has a lot in the bank here tonight in Phoenix. Cole Bagugna is stretched out
Carlos,
that lead. Go ahead.
my apologies, Justin. Seems like we always want to speak at the same time. Great minds think alike, Justin.
Yes, sir.
And it looks like Carlos Acosta has settled into the 5th place position. Maybe overall, not a bad move at this point in the race. I'd say you probably don't want to try to pull that off. Maybe later in the race, you kind of just go with what everybody else goes with. But hey, he got a lap led, and he's 5th place position. Not bad.
I will say, if you're all the way back in maybe like 9th or 10th, 2 tires, maybe with 3 laps to go, I don't think it'd be too bad of a decision. Probably get you better on where you're at then. That's the beauty of tire strategies. So Carlos has about a 2-second gap behind Casey Shue there. And got Thomas Bressi behind him, the 2 teammates. And Justin Krasnetsky just kind of holding on to that 8th place position. Looks like a battle for second may start to heat up here between the 18 of Briar LaPrade and the 9 of Trevor Apollo. looks like they just put another car a lap down there. Not quite sure who that is, up ahead of the 18 there. Oh, nope, excuse me, that would be the 7.
Yes, sir. It looks like we kind of settled into our groove here. Kind of got the early race jitters out. I'm thinking we're going to look at a long green flag run here. Maybe we could run this thing out green to the end. I mean, if that's the case, Cole Begunia sits in a very beautiful position as he just keeps pacing himself on the field. And just wait and see how that all works out.
Yes, sir. So the car looked much wider from the rear bumper, or the rear of the 9. They're actually going to come up on the lap car of Gunther Dadson. He's currently 17 laps down in 11th, so I'd say if you wreck, unless you have to sit in the pits for like 20 laps, you're not going to get much worse than 10th here tonight. 7 easily going to
Yes,
go
sir.
by
I'd
the
say
8
as
car.
long as you run a good race, you're going to come out of this thing clean. Keep the fenders on it, and it's looking like a good position tonight at Phoenix.
Looks like that 8 car is not going to put up a fight to any of these cars going by him. 18 or the 9. Alright, while we have a minute here, we're going to take a quick break here. You're not going to miss a minute of it as we go side by side again at Phoenix. Don't go away. And welcome back to the High Velocity Racing League here at Phoenix. The Phoenix 150, the 3rd round here in the High Velocity Racing League season. Currently lap 84 of 150. This race going pretty quickly as we got our first green flag run of the night in. Next question would be, if we hit green flag pit stops, when will that be? Didn't quite get a fuel map here for tonight, so I'm not quite sure how long they can go on the fuel. Don't have a Larry McReynolds here in the booth here tonight, so just gonna
Yes,
have
sir.
to play it by when they come down.
Couldn't be a bad thing. He could start, dropping, gender slurs. We know how he likes to get. You know what I'm talking about.
So
When he says green flag, am I right? But he didn't say
uh,
flag, Justin.
I believe Adam Alexander had the same issue there.
Mm.
So Cole Paguni has stretched his lead out to 2 seconds now. Trevor Apollo finally got by the 18 car there and has a second gap on him. Chester Gibson about 5.5 seconds back of the lead. Carlos Costa
Maybe he
almost
means
10 seconds
exactly
back.
what he's saying.
They just lapped the 51 car of AJ Brissett. Not a really good night there for JK Racing, but hoping they can do better here in round 4.
Yeah, overall, if I were Justin Krasnowski, I'd look at this race as like a good, like it was good. Like he came back, hadn't raced the first 2 races, he had a good showing. He honestly just got caught in bad luck. I don't blame any of that on Justin Krasnowski tonight.
No, sir.
But I think it'll be pretty competitive going forward and someone to always keep an eye on.
Speaking of Justin Krasnowski, he's actually gotten up to the 17th or 7th position. Wow. Still sitting behind the 24 there of Thomas Bressi. So, Battlefield 1 GameStop Chevrolet. Picked the 8 of Gunther Dadston, having a little issue there. He might have run it out of fuel. He's sitting over there coasting to pit road. Not quite sure what
I didn't realize, I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize Krasnowski was still on the lead lap. So actually, don't count Krasnowski out just yet.
He's done a really good job. As looks like the 8 might make it to a stall. We'll have to see.
For all things considered, I wouldn't be too surprised if the 8 blew up. He got some pretty heavy nose damage earlier in this race.
That may be the issue there, though. So slowly coasting down pit road there, and we got another tough night for one of these drivers. So Cole Bagoon, you're going to have to navigate traffic now. Gets by the 81 of Cruz Hernandez with ease. So we're closing in about 10 laps to 50 laps to go, and doesn't look like much or many people have much for that 7 car here tonight. Trevor Polo second. From what we saw at Atlanta, looks to be a pretty good contender, or will be a pretty good contender for this championship and many wins throughout the season with how smart he races. As you pointed out last week,
Bagunia showed speed at Atlanta, and of course he's leading tonight's race. So I think Bagunia will definitely be one to watch throughout the season.
Sir, and note that amazing almost race to the front charge he had, going from about 10 seconds back to about 4. So.
Yes, sir. Very impressive. I thought he was going to do it. I think he just ran out of car, ran out of tires more so, because we all know how Atlanta, how abrasive that track is. A lot of racing left to go here, but I'd say, this thing stays green. I'm not going to give it to Bagunia yet, because just a few laps ago, Trevor Rapolo was 1.8 seconds behind Bagunia and now sits 1.6. We still should have one more pit stop to go, so something definitely to keep an eye out on as this race goes on, because Rapolo now has just chopped another 0.2 Bagunia's lead. So actually, let's keep an eye on Rapolo as we cycle down to nearly about 50 laps to go here.
One thing you noted last week was it seemed like Trevor didn't abuse his tires as much, and I think that may be one key to winning a lot of races this season.
Yes, sir.
We'll probably see a lot of races come down to just green flag runs to the end. We won't see all of them, of course, but I think we'll see a lot of them. So. That'd be one interesting thing to note. Yeah, he's chopping off some seconds out of that lead, and it looks like Cole may have...
10th and a half that time?
Yeah.
So, watch out here. Now, of course, I'm assuming we'll have to pit one more time.
I have to believe so, yes.
We really didn't. Me and Justin got in kind of late and didn't get really a good chance to look at that. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 70 or 80 laps, Justin. I'm not too sure.
Well, yeah, if that's the...
Especially with a patch every, 12 weeks, it changes just a little bit here and there. So I really don't know. I would assume.
Check out this gap, by the way. He's not showing in the corner right now.
It's now very visually changing.
Yeah. He was about 1.1 second. Yeah, there you go. It's about 1.1.
After this lap, he now sits 1 point. He knocked about 8/100ths off that lap. I'm sure Bagung is probably noticing this, probably changing up his line a little bit. I'm sure Rapolo will do the same. Of course, I'm sure, like you said, as noted last week, Rapolo really knows how to hold the tires in that car, which really seems to pay off after this patch. I mean, the tires, they wear now. You cannot drive this thing as hard as you want every lap. It'll come back and bite you, like it may be for Cole Bagunya right now.
He's knocked to the 1 second mark. About 0.9 seconds back. Or 9/10, I should say.
Is that charging as much as he was? I'm not sure that's because his tires are starting to show or Bagunya's changed up what he's doing. Looks like Bagunya's running about the same line. If I'm not mistaken here. See what it is this time by.
8/10.
He's knocked that 2/10 right there, so that was a 2/10 lap. The gap has visually closed for sure now.
It'll be interesting to see when Trevor gets up there. Should Cole fight him or just let him go?
What would you do, Justin? In this situation, you're getting chased down,
Well,
you've led nearly the whole race.
As a racer, I'd fight for it, but watching it, I'd say he should just let him go.
If I was Cole Bagunya, I know I'm wearing out my tires, I'd short pit.
Pull the Tanner Sharp strategy there. I like it.
Dale T. Sharp.
Yes, sir.
I'd probably
5/10
point that
second.
strategy more to Paul Ross, because Paul Ross has pulled it off several times. Love my boy
Well, I'd
Tanner,
have to
but
give
he
it
can't
to,
together full race sometimes.
I'd have to give it to Tanner Sharp because he basically does it just about every race now. But anyways, that's a different series for a different time.
I digress.
Yes.
And the
That gap
lead
is closed down to about 0.3 of a second now, so visually, he's there.
Oh, yes, sir. But this could be the race for the win right here,
Yeah, these
depending
two,
on how these guys pit in.
yeah, third place is not a factor right now. He's about 5.5 seconds back, so it's just these two up front. 2/10 now.
He is there. It's time now. He's made it there. Let's see a pass now. And I think Rapolo will do it. I think that his tires are much better. You should get his nose on the outside in 3 and 4, and the inside in 1 and 2. We'll just have to wait and see.
I think if it comes, it'll probably come in 1 and 2. Maybe he won't have a big of enough run.
Really, now that we have them so close, we can really pay attention to where the run is coming from Rapolo. It looks to be on entry big time into 1. Yeah, I'd say 1 and 2 is where we're going to see the pass, just based on how well he was through 1 and 2. Whereas they were nearly the same in 3 and 4, and he really is using up that apron as well.
He might get the nose in. Well, nope, not quite there yet. As you said, I think it'll come in 1 and 2. Oh!
He's on the inside.
7 lost just a bit coming out of 4, and there he goes. Cole's not going to put up a fight. Either that or
Yes,
the
sir.
man got
Now,
a good
if I were
launch.
Cole Bagunya, I'd pit in right now. See what Rapolo does. He clearly has a better tire, so it's going to be nothing but putting on a gap on the Bagunya. So you got to think, Bagunya, what do you do? You're just going to let the race get away from you right here? We'll just have to wait and see what he decides to do.
Now they are
We're
catching
under
up.
50 laps to go here.
They are catching up on lap traffic. That'd be the 23 of Casey's shoe. But based on the times they've passed him, I don't think it'll be too big of an issue getting by him. But yeah, we got about 47 laps to go here tonight, so I think this next pit stop will just be the last one. Unless we get a caution. So clean by the lap car there. Now Trevor will set sail. Go on board here of the number 7 car. He's actually downshifting in 3 and 4. That's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, very interesting, but of course it seems to be paying off.
I do remember.
I would say if I was the other drivers, take note, but of course the other drivers didn't have the view me and you have right now. It looks like Rapolo is going to start pulling away with this thing as we are clicking down the laps awfully quick. Our Bagunya had to do something very quickly.
If I remember from the strategy, or the time I tried this strategy, I'd be kind of cautious with the gauges there because it seemed to heat up the engine quite quick. That would just be the risk you have to pay there. So 44 laps to go. That gap has increased to about 0.8 of a second. So as you said, it'll be just be
Yes,
the
sir.
question of when we pit. I think we might have a battle brewing here for the third position here between Briar LaPrade and Chester Gibson. However, I think LaPrade just got by the 66.
Apologize for any noise coming from my microphone. It seems that my neighborhood likes to celebrate July 4th from June 25th to about July 8th.
Never a bad time for fireworks, I guess except for a live broadcast.
Hey, never a bad time to love America, am I right?
Yes, sir. So closing up here on about 40 laps left here in tonight's Phoenix 150. Still about 8 cars left on the lead lap here. The man that we thought would be a pretty good factor here, Justin Krasneski, currently in the 5th position now with pit stops happening. Looks like the 66 came down pit road. Does that mean we'll start to see these leaders come down? And if so, when? Carlos Costa you see coming down pit road as well. So yeah, based on that last caution we had, I believe this will be it in terms of pit stops.
Yes, sir.
The 9 goes by.
Rapolo
again.
now has a 2.2 second gap back to Cole Bagunya. So if we go caution free, I'd say that was the pass for the win. We'll just have to wait and see. If we do go caution free, pitting in on a flat track can always be kind of tricky. The field is spread out. No one's really side by side racing right now, besides maybe 5th and 6th. Michael Malone and Justin Krasneski are 2/10 between each other.
And the 9 passes by pit lane yet again. So I think time they pitted, they might have been the guys on 2 tires. I know Carlos was, but should have got it probably full of fuel on that run. So with that, we only have 5 cars left on the lead lap here, but the rest of them coming into pit. And here comes the 9. He will come down pit road for likely the final time. Cole Bagunya is going to stay out and lead another lap. This lap will be his 70th lead. Trevor Rapolo leading 19. So now when will he come in? He stays out yet again. Interesting strategy.
I don't think this is a smart strategy for Bagunya because, second Rapolo comes out, be furthering that gap even more.
So the 18 is going to come down pit road. Thomas Bressi, I don't believe, has come down pit road. So let's see if Bagunya comes around this time.
I can hear him winding it down. Looks like he's going to come in. Or maybe he's now starting to downshift. No, he'll pass it again.
I think that's just, from what I've heard, just winding it down for the corner. I'd have to imagine the tires are worn pretty well, so...
Yeah, I'd have to imagine he's just waiting on a caution. That's the only thing I can think of.
So Trevor Polo's currently fourth, a lap down. So I wouldn't, if I was him, I wouldn't bank on a caution. Um, he's gonna pass it yet again. Currently only 3 cars left on the lead lap. There'd be Cole Bagunian, Thomas Bressi, 4 cars actually. Thomas Bressi in second, and then Michael Malone in third on the lead lap. And no, actually, there's only 4 cars left. You can hear he winds it down so low for the corner. It's right on board with him. All right, so
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty positive Bagugni is not going to make it to the end. I mean, Rapolo's right behind him. He's right behind him, of course, 1 lap down, but I mean, the second he pits in, he's going to get a lap and a half back on him, have possibly a 10-plus second lead.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, I don't see a huge advantage in late pitting. I don't know about you, but
like I said, the only thing he could be doing right now is hoping for a caution. But considering how spread out everybody is, I mean, look, Rapolo's about to pass him and take this. I mean, this is not a very smart move, unless, like I said, he's waiting out on that caution. But I just don't think that's just going to happen.
well, yeah, he's either going to run it out of tires or run it out of fuel by the time he reaches pit road, it would appear. As he misses it again we're coming to 31 laps to go. As you said, Trevor Polo just got his lap back. Put him 4th on the lead lap. 28 seconds behind, but once he pits, it should change. As he passes it yet again. Interesting to see, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Race, but I think Trevor came in with about 40 laps to go. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, or a little bit later than that, and Cole's been out much longer than that, so interesting to see.
Yeah, Bagugni remains to stay out. No, excuse me, he pitted in. Or, did he pit in? I'm confused. I'm sorry, I've confused myself completely, Justin.
No,
He has
Bagugni,
a time of 1:09.
Bagugni has not come in yet.
No, I apologize. I've just completely screwed myself up there. I was looking at the total race time and thought he had a minute 9-second lap.
Well, if
My apologies, Justin.
he wanted to come in that time, he couldn't because Carlos Acosta was blocking the way. So
I mean, there's no way he can make it all the way unless that's what he's trying to do. Why just? I mean, who's to say he didn't start saving? I don't know.
I don't think even with saving though you can make it to the end. That just seems
He's going to
totally
have to
impossible.
be hoping for a caution.
And even if that happens, I think Trevor Polo will reach him and get the lead back with how fast he's running. I mean, he's already 23 seconds down. He's knocked about 5 seconds off the lead. So an interesting strategy here for the 7 car. And it looks like another car is going to get his lap back. That'd be the 18 of Briar LaPrade. That would put 6 cars on the lead lap. Still misses it, so I think the next guy we're going to have to watch is this 9 car. 20 seconds behind the leader, but oh, and we have a caution!
So that's what Bagugni wanted, his caution.
Yeah. Casey's shoe is going to go around.
Well, that's a pretty lucky break right there, considering
Wow.
how spread out everybody was.
I think it was, as you said, or just getting loose off a 4, and yep, that's exactly what it was.
So that might have just played out for Bagugni, who will now, I would assume, I mean, he's got to pit in regardless. So he's going to lose that position no matter what. If anybody, I'm not sure if Thomas Bressi or Bressi the third has pitted in yet. I can see really this benefiting him the most. Of course, we still have a lot of racing to do probably about 20 laps when we get back to green.
I'd do this as well since Trevor's back on the lead lap. I'd come down and get tires with him,
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
that would
We'll
basically
have to wait
even
and
the
see what they
playing
do
field.
here.
Justin Krasniewski will get the lucky dog there. He's the first car lap down, so tough
Lucky
night
break for Begunia there, because he was very much digging his own grave lap by lap. But it's going to get awfully interesting now.
Yes, sir.
Rapolo will come down and get tires. Very smart move there. Now here's the thing. Rapolo did not pass Cole Begunia until late into that run. We're going to have about 20 laps to go when we go back to green here, so I'm not sure, if Rapolo is just not running that fast, but naturally benefits from not using the tires up and having a good car late, or he is consciously saving those tires. Just to wait and see.
Sure. So as I imagine, Trevor Polo will come down and get tires as well. When we get restarted, it looks like, well, no, I was going to say there's only going to be 7 cars left, but a lot of people are going to be taking the wave around since all the leaders pitted. Well, with that, we're going to take this second to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. One to go here, and then we go back to green here for the High Velocity Racing League here in Phoenix, round 3 of the championship. With about, when we get going, it'll be 21 laps to go. Very small field here we see behind the race car, or behind the pace car. Only 6 cars, looks like, and I believe Justin Krasniewski might be down pit road. Nope, he'll just be, looks like taking the wave around.
We have 8 cars in the lead lap right now, so definitely not one you want to wreck out of.
No, sir. So pace car is going to be pulling down here. It'd be interesting to see if, I don't think most of those guys are going to make it, to be honest with you. Could be wrong. I think they're all coming in now, but yeah, pace car is going to pull down. It's going to be a late entrance there, but the green flag is going to fly, and here we go.
Begunia, not very aggressive restart there. 24 is on the outside, not on the inside. 24 is going to be kind of aggressive. Will it pay off? I don't think it will. Not really a good place to be aggressive out of 2. Begunia used up all of the apron. Rapolo dropped back big time. Not sure if he got loose.
The 9 car did not get a good restart at all. Now he's going to have to battle with the 66 there of Chester Gibson. As we get our
so like you said, I think it just might be a product of Rapolo not being the quickest tonight, and it just kind of pays off because he's not really using the tires. I think 24 Thomas Breezy probably got the best deal out of all of this as he sits right behind Begunia, but Begunia pulled out a big lead really in his runs with brand new tires. So I think this might be a big benefit to him. Like, really, what a big break for that late caution. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think that might have just solidified Cole Begunia's win here as Trevor Apollo not really making up a whole lot of ground here. had our 20 lap to go mark. We don't have a sponsor for it, but it's 20 laps to go, so. The gap between Cole Bagunia and Trevor Polo sits about 8/10 of a second now, so he gained a 10th there, but I don't think that'll be quick enough here. Oh, he knocked another 10th off there, so maybe.
Yeah, Rapolo's now starting to come forward a little bit in the run. Sorry about the explosions in the background. He still has plenty of time, about 17 now, about almost 16 laps to go. You know, Justin, those explosions remind me of my days back in Vietnam.
Oh man, you went to Vietnam? I had no idea.
It was a long war.
I can imagine. So Trevor looks like he's going to be starting to knock on the rear bumper of the 24 car there, looking to get second. That gap has increased again to about 9/10 of a second. And does not look like it'll be increasing at any point here.
Yes, sir. I don't think Trevor Rapolo really has a short run car, whereas Cole Gunia does. So we'll just have to wait and see. Looks like Thomas Breesy about to put that thing on the wall.
He's driving the wheels off it right now. It looked like the, well, I thought the 9 was going to be able to get the bumper inside, but does not look like that'll be the case. Yeah, I think that caution really hurt Trevor Polo's chances. He was about 20 seconds behind, but I think with that 7 car staying out, he would have gotten back there. So, unfortunate circumstance for the 9. Not out of it per se yet, but it's going to be door to door here at the 24, it looks like.
So he's finally got the inside, but of course we know the outside has been the preferred lane all night. You see Thomas Breesy has a really good run
And this
off of
is
turn 4.
This is what
But
Cole
he still
Bagunia
has
is
the
going
nose. Rapolo should be able to get a pass here.
This is what Cole Bagunia is going to love to see. These two battling side by side here, as he's just going to check out. The 9 going to use all the apron yet again. So we got the nose in there before, but the 24 is going to clear him.
Sure, drove it in deep and clears him.
Oh, the 18 got a little bit loose coming off a 4 there. So we have 13 laps to go here, and we said the 7 car is just kind of checking out right now. 1.5 and 1.8 seconds back to second and third. Trevor Polo finally gets the second position away from the 24 there, but he has a long charge, or a long way to try and mount a charge to that 7 car. Cut a few tenths out of the lead, down to 1.3 seconds, 1.4 now. Well, I think by getting to second, he may have upped his chances there, but I think it might just be a little bit too late. Whoa, got really close there for third place there between the 18 and the 24th. Hello, 3 wide.
The Rapolo has now, of course, gained the second place position, but 1.3 seconds back with 11 laps to go, coming up to 10 here. I don't know, because Rapolo's had the long run car the whole race, and Bagunia's really pulled out his lead early. So let's see what the times are here. At the line, Bagunia had a 1.3 second lead last lap. This lap he has, and now 1.2. So he did cut down a tenth, but you're going to run out of time at this pace.
Yes, sir. Unless he can get a 10th a lap, it would still be a little bit short, but be interesting to see what Trevor Polo could do should we get another caution, but I don't see that in the future. With 9 laps to go, I think the gap really has increased or decreased. About 1.1 seconds to him now.
Yeah, I mean, he's catching him, but, there's not enough laps to go at this current pace.
Yeah, he's just going to run it out. Well, it's safe to say Cole's going to lock up the most laps led here tonight, with his next lap going to be 100 laps led here tonight. Trevor Apollo going to come home second with that, with 19. Justin Krasneski going to lead 16 laps here tonight. Nate Lackamy going to lead 4. Carlos Costa 3, and then Michael Skinner with 1. Tough break for Michael Skinner as well. Will not be making it 3 in a row tonight. Seven laps to go. The gap is still at about a second now. No pressure out back of the 9 car there, with third place being about 2.5 seconds back. And even with that, he's got Chester Gibson behind him, ready to pounce. That gap is basically stabilized at about a second there, so it's going to be a tough break here for the 9. And the fastest car on the long runs, but unfortunately it's going to be a short run here that's going to finish up tonight.
Yes, sir. Where it was a tough break for the 9, I mean, really, really good luck for the 7 of Cole Bagunia.
Yes, sir.
I mean, like we said, he was digging his own grave and said there's no way he gets a caution, and that turns out to be false, as he did get a caution. That'll most likely win him this race now with 5 laps to go.
So 3 laps to go now. See Trevor Polo going all the way down on the bottom of the racetrack to try and gain as much as he can, but unfortunately I believe it's going to be just a little bit too late. So for Cole Bagunia, he's going to see 2 laps to go here. So should he lead these final 2 laps, he'll finish the night here with about 107 laps led here tonight. I'd say that's a pretty good domination tonight.
Yes, sir. Whereas last week he was chasing down the leaders, this week he is led about every lap. You see Rapolo driving it just a little bit deeper, trying anything he can, but I think he's going to run out of time here, as we are now 2 laps to go. Excuse me, Justin, we are on the white flag. 1 lap to go, lap 150. Rapolo drives it in deep there, but doesn't quite have that speed in 3 and 4.
I did not know we had Marty Reed up here in the booth here tonight.
My apologies.
No worries there, but Cole Bagunia is going to round 3 and 4, and he's going to see the checkered flag. Cole Bagunia going to get the first checkered flag here tonight of the 2016 2016 season. And what a dominate, or what? How about in dominating fashion? There we go.
All good. It was a good race. Great race by Cole Bagunia. Got lucky there at the end, but he capitalized on it when he did. Good racing by Trevor Rapolo. He's been up there battling for the win every single race. He'll be in victory lane before long.
You can hear the fireworks going off for Cole Bagunia's win there. So we're going to let him...
super celebrating here.
Yes, sir. So we're going to let him do his thing here. Not sure what Justin Krasneski is up to. Just a little good job there, buddy. So he's going to pull away, and Cole's going to do his burnout. So we're going to step away, get everyone all settled in for the interviews, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. And we welcome you back to Phoenix International Raceway for the third round of the High Voltage Racing League. Pretty good dominating race for Cole Bagunian, leading 107 out of the 150 laps. So we're going to take a quick look at where they all finished here, as we said. Cole Bagunian is going to finish first. Trevor Polo is going to come home second after leading a good portion of the final laps. Briar LaPrad's going to come home third. Chester Gibson going to come home fourth. And Thomas Bresci in fifth. And race will round out your top 10.
Justin, I don't
Actually,
think I can,
yeah,
as my results are all goofed up at the moment.
Yeah, I forgot about that. All right, so Justin Krasnowski's going to come home 6th. Michael Malone's going to come home 7th. Carlos Acosta 8th. Cruz Hernandez 9th. Casey Shue 10th. And then AJ Brissett in 11th. Gunther Dadston in 12th. Michael Skinner in 13th. Nate Lackamy in 14th. Corey Blevins 15th. And then Justin Bothello in 16th. Kyle Casey 17th. So with that, we're going to bring in the winner here tonight, leading 107 laps out of the 150, Cole. First of all, I got to ask you, what was your plan there for that final pit stop run? I'm assuming you're waiting for a caution, but how long were you going to wait until you actually came down pit road?
Well, I was going to try and stay out as long as I could after Trevor pitted, and I waited a couple laps. I knew that was really my only chance, was to stay out and try and catch a yellow, and luckily it did. I was just going to stay out until I ran out of gas, basically.
Race, you got any comments?
No, sir. It looks like, I'll be honest, Cole, whenever you were staying out there, I really didn't know what was going to happen. I think you got really lucky with that caution, and fortunately got to keep, the dominance you put on leading over, I think it was like 107 laps you led tonight. So, good racing from you. I know you made that late race charge last week at Atlanta, and you got into victory lane this week, so I'm glad to hear from you. I'm sure we'll see more of you in victory lane as the season goes on.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, and with that, we don't have second place Trevor Apollo with us here tonight in TeamSpeak, but we do have our third place here, Briar LaPrade. Briar, it wasn't really a terrible night for you. It was a pretty good night, I'd say, around the top 5 most of the night here, and just walk us through your race here tonight.
Well, beginning the race, I mean, I was running a few hot laps in practice. I knew I had a fast car to begin with. And running the race, there was a problem with the 4-car. His wheel, went out or something on him. And he braked real hard, turned the wheel left, or somehow, I don't know what happened, but I ran into the back of him. I didn't expect anything, and it gave me a little bit of engine damage, but we came back and we finished third.
That was a pretty crazy start to the race, I'd say. So you said he had some sort of brake pedal problem?
Yeah, his entire wheel and pedal set just went out on him, and iRacing stopped his car, and it turned left, but I ran into him. He was right in front of me, or getting ready to go green, and I just had no expectations of that, or nothing to expect there.
Yeah, I guess we'd call that a mechanical failure here on iRacing. So, Race, you got any comments?
No, sir. Yeah, like you said, it's kind of it was a weird race at the beginning, but everything got settled out. It's just not much to say to that. It started off kind of weird, kind of slimmed down the field, which led to a lot of green flag racing. And good racing by you tonight. Briar, I'm sure we'll see you in victory lane before long as as long as you keep this up. Good race tonight, and we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Briar. So with that, that'll finish it off here for us tonight. Thanks for joining us if you chose the truck race over us here tonight. So for Race Clark, I'm Justin Kolb. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.